Hi, Sim. Thank you for joining me. As you know, this is assessment on Unit BSBWRT 31311, Write Simple Documents. As you know, we are conducting this interview to acknowledge your prior learning and experience in your field. We know that you have the knowledge and the skills. We're just going to go through a bit of a question and answer so we can, get to know some of the skills and knowledge that you have. So today we'll go through a few questions. It might take 10, 15, 20 minutes max. Are you okay with all of that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I've sent all the documents you need. If you need extra time or need me to repeat the questions or rephrase them, please let me know. So before we start, I need to explain to you about how the overall marking of this assessment happens. So as you're aware, in the student handbook, there is a not yet competent component and also your rights to appeal. So, in any section of this assessment, if you are not satisfactory, so if you're not satisfactory, that's an outcome of not yet competent. If that does happen in any of your assessments, including this one, please don't hesitate to, contact me via phone or email or the assessors who are on the other units. And we can try and help assist you and talk about ways that we can revisit those questions. And after that process happens,
Sure.
if you're not completely satisfied and happy, you do have the rights to appeal, and all that information is in our handbook and on the website as well. Do you understand that? And have you read any of the information on the rights to appeal?
Yeah, that's fine. That all sounds fair enough. And yep, what I've read is all good. Yep, thank
Okay,
you.
excellent. As you're aware in this assessment, you have to also submit three documents that you use daily. Are you ready to submit those soon? Do you need any help with those, or you're going to submit those soon?
Yeah, just still working on them, just basically tidying up and finishing off,
Yep.
and then they'll be submitted shortly. Yeah,
Excellent.
in the next few
So
days.
there's three parts of this RPL. So number one will be the questioning, which we're about to do in a moment. And then part of the questioning, I'll be observing how you communicate, how you respond to the questions, and also covering all the foundation skills necessary to be satisfactory in this unit. And the third one will be those documents
Mhm.
that you'll provide for me at a later date. Did you have any questions or
Mhm.
anything?
No, no
No?
questions. No, all
Okay.
good for now.
So tell me a little bit about your current role. What are you doing? What are you working on?
Yeah, working in early childhood. I've been in early childhood for quite a few years now and
Mhm.
looking to learn further, increase my skills,
Mhm.
and to go up the ladder.
Yeah.
Um, Everything seems to be going okay at the moment with observation and people watching on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bit nervous about it all, but yeah,
That's all
getting
right.
there.
Yeah, that's all right. That's why this process is for. And, you've demonstrated in other units that you've got the skill. So no need to worry about any of those things. Okay. Let's get into the
Thank you.
questioning. So tell me about the types of documents you create in your job and what are they and who are they for?
The documents created have been accident and injury and
Mhm.
incident form templates.
Yep.
These are used for when children hurt themselves,
Yep.
educators complete the forms. It can be things such as biting,
Yep.
falling over. The documents then given to parents, and the parents sign, acknowledge what's happened,
Mhm.
and that's then a completed legal document.
Perfect. You've just answered the second question. That was great. We'll just move on to question
Oh,
three
there you
then.
go.
Well done. Um, for your
Woohoo!
yeah, for your document, tell me how you determined the required format and the styling and the structure for that template for the incidents and accidents.
Yeah, sure. I determine the format and structure by ensuring that I've correctly read the rules in the regulations
Mm-hmm.
as to what type of information I need and include that in the report in order to be compliant.
Excellent. So tell me how you would establish the correct method of communication with this document.
By sending a draft to the director for review
Mm-hmm.
via email if required, or go and see her in the centre or
Yep.
him in the centre and
Mm-hmm.
wait for approval, make any changes that are recommended, suggested, and yeah, send it away.
Perfect. All right. Tell me how you would establish key points to be included in that template for accidents.
Yeah, sure. As I said above, the regulations point me in the right direction so that the formatting and the contents are correct.
Yeah, well done. Tell me how you would develop the draft document, how you would communicate these key points.
Via email with the director or in
Mhm.
person, face to face.
Well done. How would you ensure your draft copy met the purpose and requirements for the template?
Again, as above, refer to regulations and
Yeah,
cross check everything I've done just to make sure there are no mistakes.
yeah,
To
it's very
second pair
important.
of eyes sometimes.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there any additional information that's required in your template? If so, what were they?
Yeah, I do need to make sure that my template has all the necessary requirements.
Yep.
Otherwise it won't be compliant
Mm.
and therefore you can't use it.
Yeah, that's right. It's not a legal document then, and it's, if the child's had a big accident like
Yeah,
hitting their
good for
head or
nothing.
something, and you've, written a document that's not legal, then someone's in a big trouble.
Yep. It's point.
uh,
Yes, a
so
whole lot of trouble.
yeah. So in your service, are there any documents that a supervisor or a colleague, for example, need to proofread before they get sent out to families or to other educators?
Yeah, the director.
Yeah, yeah. So director oversees all that stuff.
Yep, yep, yep,
Okay. What
yep. That's why
changes?
she's the director.
That's very true. What changes did you make to one of your documents, and discuss how those documents were made and double checked before they were finalized?
Yeah, okay. Once I fix the changes, I send it back to my director via
Mhm.
email because she
Yep.
wasn't in the centre that day,
Okay.
and ask for them to be double checked.
Excellent. And how do you check your document for spelling, grammar, ensuring that your document is easily accessible, that the sentence structure and paragraphs are correct?
I print out the document to
Yep,
see what it would look like and to make sure that there's enough space to fill out the form.
sure. And what about the grammar and spelling? How would you check that?
Um, yeah, I use Grammarly and
Yep,
spell check.
perfect. What are two examples of your organization's policy and procedures for written documents?
Yeah, okay. All are completed. The accident injury reports and forms,
Mhm.
they need to be signed by the director. Then they're
Yep.
filed away in the child's file for up to 20 years.
Yeah, it's a long time just in case, isn't it?
Long time. A lot of paperwork for a long time.
Yeah. When would you use general emails in early childhood, and how would you communicate these?
I'd use emails to inform educators of any updates or new rules. Obviously, it's fairly important that everyone's kept up to date and we're all on the same page with current regulations.
Yeah, it's very, very true. When would you use procedures to communicate something and why?
I'd use as an example nappy change procedures is I'd need to communicate that to someone verbally
Mm-hmm,
and written,
mm-hmm.
as there is a correct way of protecting yourself and the child.
Well done. Yep. When would you use business letters and why?
Um, don't use business letters, but I guess
Mm-hmm,
to inform families of upcoming events
mm-hmm. Yeah,
that the service is going to put on.
sure. When would you use a meeting agendas and why?
To arrange meetings when I need to bring up concerns or new regulations that are being updated for the staff in the centre
Yeah, definitely.
to know the current information. And if you can, yeah, only tell them once, that's a good thing as a blanket
Yeah.
meeting.
Yep, that's exactly right. And with the documents that you created, the incident and accident document, can you give me three examples of different format styles and structures that you could use for this format or for this document? Sorry.
You could use, yeah, if it's a Word document, change it to a PDF so the contents can't be changed.
Mm-hmm.
Change the font size
Yep.
and the text size, color
Yep.
of the text.
Yep. Excellent. Well, that's the end of our questioning. Thank you so much for that. You showed really good knowledge and understanding about all the questions. Well done. You did really well. And I liked how you answered the first two questions within each other. That was really great. Um, because you answered the questions really well, I'm going to mark you satisfactory for everything. So that's excellent. Well done. Um, so that's satisfactory for the questioning part of things. And the observation side of things, I'll also mark
Yep,
you satisfactory because you were able to communicate and show me all your knowledge and skills there. That was great. So once I have
okay,
your three documents, once you email them to me, I can assess you and give you an overall outcome
yep,
for your assessment. So well done. That was great. I'll wait for that to come in. Just one more thing. If
yep.
you could possibly give me back some feedback on this session, what went well and what things could I improve on?
Yeah, it went smoothly.
Mm-hmm,
It was easy going. Communications are clear.
mm-hmm.
It was comfortable discussing and answering the questions.
Sure.
It was a bit like having a chat with a friend, if you like, and that makes it more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, improvements, maybe sometimes slowing down when
Mm-hmm.
you're asking the questions so
Yep.
that it's easier to process.
Sure.
Sometimes it can be a little bit overloaded, too much too quick. But
Yep.
outside of that, no, it was great. It's good. It's, yeah, very comfortable.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time and for your feedback. I'll speak to you shortly.
Great. Thanks, Monica. It's been a pleasure.
Bye.